Hey guys, this is our first episode of My Crazy Life podcast. As some of y'all know, and some of y'all don't know, my name is Shemaine, better known as Snow or Snow White. Y'all call me Snow. And this is my my husband.
It's your boy K checking in.
With a fresh haircut. Y'all see him.
So feel me?
This is our first episode. Don't judge us.
Yeah, don't judge us.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Where we been at, how we been, how we met.
We've been together for a long time. A long time.
I've been dealing with a lot of mess, but it's been worth it.
You sure it's been worth it?
Worth it.
Okay. So me and Snow met. Well, her name is Charmaine. When I met her, her name was Charmaine. Met her at the age of, she was 16, I was 17. Burger King in the summer.
You were 17?
I was 17.
No,
in the
15.
summer. She came into Burger King. Oh man, it was. I ain't like her at first.
I ain't like him either.
Like, I did not like her. I was not feeling her. So, as some time went on.
He wasn't feeling me, y'all, but he asked for my number.
Yeah, some time went on. But at first, nah, I was not feeling you.
Okay.
You was pretty. Still is pretty. Beautiful. But at first, I wasn't feeling, I guess you were just too skinny in some in that work uniform. I wasn't feeling that. So, as some time went on, we went to, socializing in the break room.
There was no break room.
So one day I'm on the phone. I had a girlfriend at that time, right? It's kind of crazy. I had a girlfriend at that time. Well, really wasn't a girlfriend. We was in and out. So, I asked her for her number. The first time we talked on the phone for 6 hours. 6 hours. And she had to go to school the next day. I was finished with school. I finished with school before her. So we was on the phone for 6 hours, and she was supposed to go to school the next day. Did you go to school?
Of course I went to school.
Sure.
I went to school. I can't remember all this. He be knowing from details, y'all. I don't be remembering details.
So when the following day, when she got from school, she called me, and she was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, "No, chilling."
I don't think that's how it went, y'all.
Give me your story.
I think I gave him my number because he was a coworker.
Okay.
But I don't think we never talked because you say you lost my number. You asked me for my number again.
You're right. Listen, it's so crazy, right? The first time I got her number, I had wrote it on like a little. It was like a little piece of paper. She wrote it on. I couldn't keep up with that paper, man. I had so much going on, so I did lose it. I came back to work maybe like 3 days later, and I saw you. And I was like, "Man, what's up with the number?" You're like, "Man, you ain't used your number before?" No. I'm like, "Man, don't do me like that, man. Let me get that number one more time." So she gave me her number. When I did talk to her, that's what I meant by when I say we spoke on the phone for like 6 hours the very first time. And it's like, from that day, I can honestly say it's like we've been inseparable. Like 19 years together. We have 3 kids, three beautiful kids together.
That act like him. Well, 2 of them.
2 of them act like me, 2 of them act like you.
2 of them? You mean
No,
one?
2 of them act like me, 1 of them act like you. I apologize. But all in all, it's like that stage right there, we wasn't dating at first. We maybe talked on the phone from maybe that was July to maybe like August around my birthday. And then we just hit it off. We just went to going up, flames. Her mom wanted to meet me, her dad, everybody in her family wanted to know who is this guy that you keep going crazy over? Who is this guy?
I was not going crazy over you.
It's the kid. You feel me? It's your boy. You feel me? So I met her mom, met her dad. They didn't like me. Damn. And you got to deal with that out here. Moms and dads, back in the day. Now the moms and dads, they young, they our age, they twerking with they in-laws. They don't even care. Back then it was structure. Couldn't come to the house at certain times, couldn't be around her at certain times. But through it all, her mom and dad seen that I was a great guy, great personality. My upbringing was a kind of like, not like her. She grew up in a house with a pool, fence. I was in Liberty City. So it's like when you say the opposite attract, that's what this situation kind of like. She was from to me, I'd say a uppity household, and I was from a household like, for example, they was eating like steak. We was eating like poker beans.
They was eating way
rice,
better than we was.
Poker beans, rice, and hot dogs. You know that
So
little
y'all was
ghetto meal
eating
back in the
good.
day, huh?
Jared, auntie,
Yeah, Jared cooked though.
and his
I
mama.
ain't gonna lie. I wasn't living with her though.
Well, when I met you, you was living. You was grown. Want to be grown.
So fast forward, we get into our early teen. You had a baby. How old were you?
18, 19.
18, 19. We got our own apartment. Got our first car. And it's crazy because when we first got our apartment, we had a lot of problems going on.
A lot.
They went to breaking in our cars, stealing our cars.
And we were so young.
And we were so young and had to deal with a baby and to deal with people constantly just stealing our cars. And me trying to take care of family and me only being 18 years old at that time. Well, I was 19 at that time. Trying to take care of you, me, my son. I had to get another job. That one job was not working for me. So you was going to school.
I was in college.
I had 2 jobs. She was taking the car. I worked at a job that was across the street from us.
So
City
overall,
of Miami.
yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It was City of
Overall,
Miami. And then the next job I had to walk maybe like 14 blocks every day just to get to work. So she can have that one car that we had and go to school every day and get her education. And you graduated with, what's your honors?
Masters,
The master's degree? And what?
business,
So it all paid off.
all paid off.
Good job.
Long story short, we just decided to do this podcast that we've been trying to do for the longest. It's because if anybody know this man, he would debate you, argue with you. And I said, we need to do a podcast. And everybody like, y'all need to do a podcast. Y'all conversations be real and sometimes just get intense. So I think a lot of people can learn from us or can relate to us because,
In a lot of ways.
yeah, from growing up to now.
Because we've been through it all. It's nothing
Everything.
that your relationship been through that we ain't been through.
Yeah.
Name it, we've been through it. And as we go along in the podcast journey, and y'all continue to, join the family, you will see that the question that you have, or you'll see the things that we went through, you'll be like, dang, I got resembling things to what y'all been through. And we'll talk about that more and more as we go along with the podcast. So
a lot of people want to know, like, some people know.
they want to know.
They want to know, like, how did we make it, like, this far?
Are we making it this far in this society?
Like, in our relationship, our marriage, the kids. Oh, our kids. What advice would you give a man to make it? Because nowadays, people leave in relationships and marriages like,
It's different.
it ain't nothing.
It's different. So I'm going to say patience. A lot of patience. A lot of patience.
You don't have that.
You have to be willing to compromise. You have to be willing to put in the time to learn your other. With so much time going on throughout the day, it's 24 hours in a day, right? You have to make sure within them 24 hours of the day, through your busy schedule with your kids, with your personal life, that you still put in time for your relationship. Sometimes you might not have a chance to spend 2, 3, 4 hours in a relationship phase because right now, okay, we have a business together. We get on that a little bit later. So dealing with our business, dealing with our kids, dealing with sports. Our boys play sports. They're very good. So sometimes it's like, I want to go, you want to go. And sometimes I'm like, dang, I didn't even give my wife a kiss today, right? Because I'm moving so much. So I had to slow down at a point in time and say, you know what? You're going to have to at least put in a certain amount of time. I can't say what works for you. I know what works for me. It might be an hour a day. It might be 2 hours a day. It might just be getting up early in the morning, cooking breakfast, having the kids at the table, having the family at the table, or when we get in the bed late night, just rubbing your feet, just asking you how your day went. But sometimes we just move so fast throughout the day and we forget to put that extra little time in showing our other, I love you. You somebody that, because think about it in life. The person that you with, you don't have to be with that person. You chose that person. You chose that person. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I chose you to be my better half. I married you. I put it all on the line. So at the end of the day, I can't let this sink ship because all things that's going on in my personal life. No, I have to know how to put time in for my family, for my wife. But it's kind of hard with the new social media, because it's really taking off. And then it got the city girls out here talk about act bad. It's like, but me, I feel like, just to let y'all know, it's the woman that you date. Like, no matter if I have $4, if I have $3, my wife is gonna bust that down. It's times that we didn't have it, and she be like, we gonna split a 4 for 4. Now, this is a beautiful woman. At any moment, she could have been like, what? A 4 for 4 when these dudes out here spending big check? Man, this is what I got. She stayed loyal. But again, now I was on point too, because I had 2 jobs helping you get through school. So it kind of like go back and forth, whatever like that. But just to give them just a little, you got to have patience. You got to be willing to put in the work. It's a little different now. And find somebody in your, how I can put it? Find somebody in your lane. Don't try to date outside your lane. Don't get a female.
But why?
Because you can't afford it.
How you know? So, like, you can't say date out your lane because you never know. It could be potential.
How many women willing to split a 4 for 4?
Okay.
How many?
Yeah, but even when I met you, you didn't have the best of the best. Like,
you met me in 2003.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. That's 20 years later.
It doesn't matter, but you can't say date in your lane just because, like, I'm not where I want to be at, but I have to date somebody. And no, that's not what I want to do. But anyways.
No, you got to stay on that one.
No, I don't have to date right now. Just because I'm living here doesn't mean I have to date on my level. No, I don't want to date on my level. I want to date above my level so I can change. I don't want to date on my level. I don't want to be in a relationship on my level. But anyways,
are you speaking from a female standpoint?
I'm speaking period.
You can't speak for a man, period, ever. And I'm telling you, as a man,
you want to date somebody. So you saying,
go ahead.
You saying you. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just put this, me and Mary. But if he wasn't with me, you saying you would find
it's hard out here, but I don't know if I'd be.
But you saying you would date somebody on your level.
Okay, let me put it like this.
Why wouldn't you want to find a woman that maybe can increase, like make you better? Why would you? Okay.
But now, like I said again, go back to my point from earlier. You have to choose me just like I chose you, right? And if I meet a female right now in Publix, right? I meet her in Publix. Hey, how you doing, ma'am? And she say, oh, when we get on the phone, she give me her number, or she might not like my appearance. I might not have it going on to her. Because sometimes at the end of the day, people go off of your appearance, not what's in the heart, not what's going on. They'll just look at you.
Sometimes people go out of conversation.
They'll look at you first and say, I ain't really feeling her, right? So now I'm meeting this female. I find out that, or I'm seeing her in the mall, in the Publix, Birkin bag, this, all that stuff that I don't have myself right now. I can't afford. Why would I step to her and I don't have my stuff together?
So it's because the confidence then. It comes from your confidence. Because it's a lot of people out here that they don't care what they see you on. I'm finna go holler at her because.
And then she shoot you down. That's all they've been doing, shooting you down. Why I don't like IG. That's why I don't like looking at IG. It's like, come on.
Well, to get back on track,
okay.
My opinion, when people ask me how did me and Kendrick make it.
Let's hear this.
To me, it was when I met him. You wasn't my type either, but he's a very I could say this. He's a good friend. Like you could talk to him about anything, even if he judge you or have a whole conversation. You're gonna argue with him because his point is his point. But I could say this. It took a lot of patience. Sometimes even now, me from a kid to now as an adult with kids, with a teenager kid, I learned to let a lot of stuff just okay, it's not even worth arguing with. I'm not gonna argue with him. Just like last night, I'm not gonna argue with him. I'm gonna go to sleep.
She's good at that.
Yeah.
She's good at tuning me out.
Yeah, and that's something I learned to do because
it bores me though. It be boiling me out.
I know it does. But I learned to do that because I be like, it's not even worth it to sit here and argue because that's gonna take so much energy out of me. Then I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night. Then I'm gonna go in the bathroom and start praying. I don't got time for that. So to me, I learned that everything don't have to be addressed. Okay. And even if it has to be addressed, sometimes we always recommend marriage counseling or counseling or somebody you can really trust that you can probably talk it out and get somebody in the middle to like, you know, ish out your issues. So being married and with kids and a business and just trying to do so much, it's very hard. Sometimes I be so overwhelmed. People don't even realize it. Like I be like on a different level. It's like, Lord, please, like help me, you know. But overall, it was worth it, and it's still worth it. And this is our 6th year, about to be anniversary. And I don't, you know, he's a great father. People, I don't have to really never go shopping for my kids. They don't even like me shopping, so they ask their dad, like, you know, like this morning he took KJ to, you know, the dentist, like, so he's phenomenal. I wouldn't want nobody else to be a part of my life. But yeah, pray, marriage, pray.
We definitely pray together.
Pray sometimes to yourself. Go do some mental work, you know.
Make it in today's society. That's what you're saying. So make it in today's society dating, you saying?
You think, I don't know, he keeps thinking about today. How you know about dating though? Like you keep talking about like dating. You keep bringing this up. Like I'm starting to think like, is you dating? Like you keep talking about this dating like in today's society.
I'm not dating nobody or married to nobody but you.
Yeah, I know that. But I'm just saying, he like today's like, I can't be in this today's, okay. But anywho, yeah, but you know, so this podcast gonna be really, really fun. I can see it. And
yes.
I just feel like,
and look, by this being our first podcast, you're going to hear a little nervousness. You're going to hear a little jitters inside because we're trying to get into it. You know, cameras in our face, lights bright, you know. But at the end of the day, we here. We here, baby. We ain't going nowhere.
Yep. And another thing, dealing with, like my advice to my friend, when people ask me about, you know, being married, I always say, like one of my friends, I'd be like, don't even bring it up. That's not even worth it to, you know, argue with about. Mm-hmm. Like some stuff we have to realize that's so petty. Sometimes when you just that one day go away, you forget about it. Mm-hmm. But if you let it like linger on and bring it up, now you just create a whole week of fussing, a whole week of just angry when it wasn't that big for you to talk about. It wasn't that big. Later on when it probably die down, you sit in bed, hey, babe, I don't like how you said that to me. I don't like how you said that. When? Well, Monday. I don't like how you responded to that. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes the way you do stuff, and I think that, marriages go so much longer, talking like that more than just every little thing you bringing up, arguing about. Mm-hmm. That's not going to, and it's not good for the kids. And that's another thing. I always think about my children when I bring up certain topics or even in front of them because I don't want them to experience like a toxic household. Okay,
that's true. That matters in the household because you don't want your kids to be sitting here, my mom and daddy arguing, my mom and daddy
fussing.
But a lot of people,
and it's normal. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it happens unexpectedly. Like we're not perfect. Our kids probably heard us go head to head at one point in time. I wouldn't say cash. When they say you get parents like KJ probably experienced something. A different parent than Cash will ever experience or Kim will experience. So I believe that like wholeheartedly. KJ probably gonna have a different experience with me being a mother than I'm being a mother to, my youngest one. I was still young, still trying to figure it out in school. Probably didn't give him a lot of attention growing up. Probably not a lot of love. He always don't show a lot of love, affectionate, even to him. But now
we're gonna get into that one. We gonna get into that one of these episodes.
But my last one is I would say my Cam, he really showed me how to.
I think that's what it clicked on for you. I don't really want to get into affectionate today because that's so much around there. So I'll let you keep going. I don't want to get into that one.
My advice to a woman is, pray over your husband, number one. Men's have this, even sometimes I don't want to bring up certain stuff if it's in a business or whatever because I be like, he got enough on his plate. I'll talk about that later. Certain things you can just help your husband out by. Like the other day, I'm like, I'm not going to bring this up to him. Right now, he got enough on his plate for the day. I'll talk about that later. Certain things to help them out with. Even if you don't say it, you try to do it. But the number one thing is I'm big on praying.
Real big.
And, and I just feel like sometimes even when going through stuff and I sit there and I just pray, I be feeling so much better. And as women, we do need our time. So sometimes meditate. I don't care if you go in the bathroom for 30 minutes, sit in the tub, and you just to yourself, your kids, your husband, your boyfriend not around you. That helps out a lot. But I'm excited, y'all.
I am.
I'm really excited.
I can hear it in your voice. I can definitely hear it in your voice because you are majority of the time the quiet one. You on the road today.
I am?
And I love it.
Oh, okay.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So that was your input to the women. Today's society dating.
You keep talking about today. What you want me to tell them?
I don't think 2003 and 2023 is so far.
But we still young and we still in this
world.
But I still have friends.
True.
That still call. You still have friends that call you like, hey, I'm dating, whatever. It's all
People
the same.
love calling me for advice.
I don't know why sometimes, but
dang, I give great advice. Great advice.
People call me, but they know not to call me because I'm not a judge person. So sometimes I don't even speak on it. I just listen because I'm a good listener. And my cousin be like, oh, don't call Shemaine. All she gonna say, yes, because I want people to make their own decision. I can give you advice here and there, but make your own decision. I don't want you to ever come back to me, oh, you told me to divorce my husband. No, that won't be me. But
I'll tell you divorce them quick. That would be me.
You should never tell nobody to do that.
I won't say divorce, but I'm
what
going to give you the real.
What if somebody told you to divorce me, which they probably did?
Listen. I don't really pay too many people attention at all to be going off of somebody else's word, what they're saying. I go off of how I feel. I go off of what I think at the end of the day. I'm talking, you said if somebody asks me to tell me to divorce you, I'm going to go off of what I feel. And it's a lot of variables that plays out in that. And if I don't like it, I'm gone. But apparently I'm loving it because I'm here. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I just want y'all to give us some, just a little intro. We, as everybody, some people know, we living in Georgia now.
Yes. We moved to Georgia from Miami. What year?
It's been 2 years we've been up here.
21. Yeah.
About 2 years.
About 2 years we moved.
And I'm still trying to adapt.
Trying to adjust to this, huh?
Yeah.
It's different.
Very different. I think it was good. A good change. We learned so much in so little time. Yeah. And I think it also brought out a lot in me and him, even with, business-wise, our kids in a different environment. We don't have as much family up here. Well, we have my sisters, but we don't have like my mom, my dad, his mom, and his dad. We have very supportive families, so it's been kind of difficult. But I'm thankful. I'm thankful for this new journey. I don't know what God has for us, but I know it's going to be great. And I just think, it's going to be great. And I just can't wait to like tell y'all so much more, a lot of people say I'm private. My friends always say, why you ain't posted? You so private, you private. But I'm really not private. I'm very open.
Time to wake up now.
But it's just certain things I feel like should stay private between me and my friends. And sometimes I don't want to post certain things because I just feel like the world don't want to see you happy. So, and I always tell him that. And I be like, why did you post this? Or why did you say this? And, I just feel that some stuff I just want to keep between me or between him. And I don't post a lot about my kids because I had some people talk about my kids and I don't play about my kids. So that's why I don't post them. They have their own, pages and stuff like that. But otherwise, I think we're going to be great. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I don't know we ever going to move back to Miami. Do I miss it? Hell yeah. Like, I miss it. Like, the restaurants. Like, he's like, the food, yes. Like, I missed it. Family, going to my mama's house every single day. Like, just getting, like, sometimes I don't feel like going shopping. I go shopping at my mama's house. Like, tissue, all that good stuff. But
at your mama's house. Shopping at your mama's house for free.
So, I do miss, Miami. But we here now, and we making the best of it. We enjoying it. It's different. But
Okay, me, as far as on the journey moving from Miami. So one day I was at work and she called me. She was like, "How you feel about moving to Georgia?" I'm like,
Atlanta.
Atlanta. I'm like, "What do you mean?" She like, "We can start our own trucking company in Georgia." I'm like, "Wow, that sounds kind of good." Like, but I don't know about that. That's a big step. She's like, "Don't worry about it. You got it. We're gonna pray over it and we're gonna make that move." So I came home that day. We prayed over it. She had a friend. She have a friend that already was into trucking, and she already had a lane for us. So it was going to be a little bit more easier because we knew somebody that can help us with the paperwork.
My best friend.
etc.
Hey, April.
So we end up getting the paperwork that we needed. We end up getting our trucks and our truck at that time. And let me just fast forward. Let me go before that. Let me rewind it back. So we ended up moving to Georgia. I said, okay, I agree. We moved to Georgia. I mean, we was at a taco spot. Me, you, your sister, both of your sisters, and me was at a taco spot. And mind y'all now, her sisters is her best friend. Besides me, she got 3 sisters. They can talk on the phone all day. They be together all day. So we at the restaurant taco little spot. We having nachos, tacos, little margaritas. So while we at the table, I'm looking at her sister, I'm looking at her other sister, and we was on the way to her brother's house, her blood biologically brother. So when they all left, it hit me, the move. It finally hit me. And it was really not a good, it wasn't a good feeling because at that very moment, I felt alone. I felt by myself. I felt like I ain't have nobody in Georgia for me. Now, her sisters moved here with us. Her brother was already living here. So mind you, I have nobody, no family living here. I left my job after 14 and a half years. She didn't work that long when she was working. So I had actually a job that was a very long time. So moving here, no family, left my job. I've been around those coworkers for 14 and a half years, was able to watch me grow, help me grow. And it's all gone. Every day that I'm waking up, I'm not going to see them no more. Hey, how y'all boys doing? Get coffee, get donuts, etc. That won't happen again. So I'm sitting at the table and she leave, huh? So I'm laughing and joking and they carry on, they leave. I'm sitting at the table and I'm sad. I'm like, wow, we really made this move. So I started crying. I instantly started crying because it's like I felt alone. Even though you was with me and you always been my best friend, I didn't have nobody here with me. And that really brung me down. And it's like, man, you really living in Georgia, this whole state, and you by yourself. I'm not by myself because I got my kids and I got you. But I don't have nobody else far as in the immediate family, anybody to lean on. So I called my dad. Which my dad was my best man at my wedding. This is my best friend outside of Snow. So I called my dad and I'm telling my dad, hey dad, I'm shaking. Dad, I don't know if I made the right decision. Dad, I can't believe I really left my job. I'm really up here. I just feel like I don't know what to do. He said, you a winner, son. You a champ. No matter what got in front of you, you beat it. Nothing broke you. So at the end of the day, dry them tears up. I ain't even tell him I was crying. He heard the quiver in my voice and he's like, you know what, son? You got this. Get up. I know your mom ain't there, I know your dad ain't there, I know your siblings ain't there, but guess what? God is there. Your wife is there, your kids there. You're gonna make it. Any room that you walk into, you're gonna light it up, son. Don't worry about being there by yourself. You can handle it. So what I did, pepped up. I pepped up. Hey, waiter, let me get one more drink. Got me one more drink. I took that drink to the head. I drank it fast. And I said, thank you, God. And at that day, I never looked back. I went upstairs with them. I had a good time. They ain't even know I was just in a restaurant, boo-hoo crying. I mean, like, sobbing crying. Because I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I was scared.
No city.
Nah. I was scared.
Yeah, but
I ain't have that. I ain't have that support system like you. You had a real support system. Your nieces, your nephews, your sisters, your brothers. I had nothing.
yeah,
And that sometimes people don't understand when you move to another state, sometimes it can get dark. It can get lonely if you don't got nobody that you can lean on to. We have family gatherings up here, and it's only your family here. That ain't no family gathering for me.
it's your family now.
It's my family.
But I get what you're
It's been
saying.
my family.
Yeah, no,
It's
I
been my
understand.
family. But just imagine if the roles had switched.
Yeah,
How would you have felt?
yeah,
You wouldn't know because you didn't have to go through
Right.
that road. So I just want to say, moving to Georgia
it's a big change.
at the beginning was very frightening. But when it is all said and done at this moment, I love the move because I feel like Georgia is black. A little too ghetto at times, but it's
Very.
for us.
Yeah,
It's for us. And I have became so much successful, and I am
Learned
more
so much
successful than I would have ever been in Miami because I feel like the support system here with the community is so uplifting.
yeah, I agree. I was really scared too.
I'm scared.
I was really scared. I don't have my friends up here. I have my best friend up here. But I don't have
Bless
like,
your best friend lives here.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You have everybody here.
yeah. But we
That's a blessing though.
it was a tough road, but we made it through and we getting through it, and it's something, like I said, different, but I'm happy we made the move. We learned so much in so little time. So much. And I'm just thankful, and y'all gonna see a lot of us.
A lot of us.
Yep.
Moving to a different state with your other is very challenging. Very challenging because now y'all in a different state. Like sometimes when we in Miami, you able to go off to your mom's house. I'm able to go off to my boy's house for a little bit and kick it. But we in another state, it's like if I argue with you, if you fuss with me, we going at it, I can't go nowhere. So now I'm like, I hate it. I don't live in Georgia. I hate this. But at the end of the day, it made our relationship
Stronger.
moving to Georgia that much more stronger. We already been through it all,
Hell and back.
through hell and back. We'll get through that. We'll definitely bring that up on another podcast,
Yeah.
all the things that we've been through step by step. But just letting y'all know, like far as the move situation, we have been through some challenging times.
Yeah.
That we both looked at each other and say, do you think we made the right move?
I always ask that, and then it always dawns to me to come back and like somebody always remind me, or maybe God sent them to me to let me know that I got you. Like I be hearing that whisper, you good.
It be me. It be me.
It be you.
I got you. I got you. I got her.
But
I got your back.
I just think I don't know what it is, but I just know like it's gonna be great. I don't know why, but I just know it's gonna be a big deal. But yeah, but this is our first
First podcast.
episode.
Season 1, episode 1.
And we just wanted to let y'all know where we've been, how we been, and what we've been doing. And we just been trying to just work on our business, take care of our kids. We about to have a
About to have a what, baby?
an ATO.
Oh. Oh, God.
No,
I'm like, boy, you didn't tell me that.
no. But at this point, I don't want any more kids, so we don't have to worry about that.
We'll talk about that later because
Yeah.
I think I want about 2 more.
Yeah, I think I'm done. Like these kids, we have me too much. It's just getting too much. I thought the older they get, the better they get. The older they get, the more stress I get. But
You done?
yeah, I'm done.
It takes
Y'all done
2.
heard me say this plenty times on
Takes
YouTube.
2. Takes 2 to be done.
I'm done. Yeah, I got my 3 boys. I'm happy. I got my babies. But yeah, we just wanted to let y'all know y'all gonna see so much of us. We gonna try to bring this back to y'all once a week. And we gonna have some juicy topics.
Yep.
Y'all already know we get it down.
The intro today, just the intro, giving y'all a little feel for us.
Yes.
K, they call me. My name is Kimdrick. Call me K.
And y'all already know this your girl Snow. But and he gave me that name.
We supposed to been did a podcast. We actually
Yeah,
did a
but yeah.
podcast before, but
We
the
just ain't
sound
air
it. The sound wasn't good.
Yeah.
But now we working with one of the GOATs right now, y'all. One of the
Right.
GOATs that's in the game, y'all. And y'all gonna meet him very soon. And we do YouTube. As you can see, probably can't see right now, but we've been doing YouTube for a while now. You know, you can follow us on YouTube. This show will air on YouTube as well as many other platforms. But we just want y'all to know that we've been trying to do a podcast before, but it didn't go right. Dealing with working, kids, etc. But it's perfect timing right now.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
We ain't playing.
Perfect timing.
We gonna give y'all some topics, some juicy topics, some stuff we been through.
Yeah.
And some stuff y'all gonna be like, whoa.
Well, like y'all been through that, and y'all still,
and we still riding.
And the good thing about it is with her, with Snow and me, our friendship and that fire still have not let out.
You know that song, we still. But
I like that.
Yeah, but you know, we just gonna be giving y'all some, you know, some stuff we done been through, or just some topics that we hear, you know, here and there. But yeah, y'all tune in with us weekly.
So can I get a toast for better or worse?
It already been better or worse, but yeah. You know, we been through the worst. And I don't need some of y'all that really know our stuff to start airing it out either. Like, let me air my own business and my own stuff.
So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Season 1, episode 1.
Right.
Make sure y'all come back. I know y'all might be like, oh, this day, we got it. Relax. We gonna be a little bit more.
Yeah, I know how we do.
A little bit more, yeah, because that's how I went with YouTube. When we first started YouTube, we was a little rocky that first 2 shows. Then we went to rolling.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all come back, man. Make sure y'all come back.
See y'all next week. Peace.
Peace out.